Welcome to the 2021 Makeshift Marblympics. This year's Summer Games are being hosted at Dinoland, so I'm sure we're in for a roarsome time. Once again, we're bringing you 16 national teams competing in 16 events to be crowned the Makeshift Marblympics Champion. Here's a little sneak preview for you. This year we're bringing you 2 brand new events, the Triathlon and the mountain biking, as well as 3 returning events with brand new formats, and 11 good old fashioned classics. The 16 national teams taking part will be the 6 that finished highest in the Winter Olympics, the 4 that qualified through the qualifiers, and 6 brand new nations who bribed us with the most amount of money. Since we're being hosted in prehistoric lands, fire hasn't been invented yet, but they've managed to get the Marblelympic flame going, which means the stadium's ready, the crowd is ready, and I hope you're ready too to welcome the 16 national teams taking part this year. Brazil qualified with a consistently strong campaign at the Winter Marblympics. They're joined by Cameroon, the first of our new nations. Next up is Canada, who booked their place through the qualifiers, as did Colombia, who have relied on the qualifiers for 2 consecutive tournaments. Democratic Republic of Congo, another team that qualified automatically from the Winter Marblympics. And here's Finland, the reigning champions, having won the Winter Marblympics in their debut tournament. Then we have Germany, another strong winter debutant. Greece look a little bit shy, I don't blame them, trying to avoid those dinosaurs as much as they can. They're followed by Indonesia, another Winter Marblympic success. Then it's another new nation, the Netherlands, in their splendid tangerine. New Zealand join us as well. Oceanic nations have struggled in this competition, but they'll be hoping to set that record straight. These newbies are coming thick and fast now, with Poland also joining us. And the last of our new nations is Tanzania. USA did very well last year, they came second, beaten only by Uzbekistan, last year's winners. And finally it's Vietnam, yet another country who had a very successful debut games at the Winter Marblympics. So that concludes the 16 teams who will be competing in the 2021 Makeshift Marblympics. Big up! We'd love to know which team you're supporting, so drop us a comment to let us know. Yeah! Makeshift Marblympics! Right you lot, it's time to calm down and get on with our first event. This year we're kicking off with the sprint, a pure and simple test of pure and simple speed. This takes on a familiar format with 4 heats of 4 teams, with the top 2 from each heat going through to the semi-finals, and then the top 2 from each semi-final going through to the final. We start with 4 of our brand new nations in heat 1, so a chance for someone to make an early name for themselves. And it's Poland off to the strongest start, but the tables turn immediately. New Zealand and Greece storming ahead, and this was a real battle of 2 halves. New Zealand get off to a flying start, overtaking Greece just at the end there. They both go through though, while Cameroon and Poland start their campaign by not really starting their campaign. On to heat 2, we've got another newbie, Tanzania, but they're amongst a very experienced field with Colombia, Brazil and Canada. It's pretty tight to start, but Canada begin to break away. Only really Brazil keeping up with them, and those 2 will advance. Colombia do manage to sneak third in the end, just ahead of Tanzania, who begin life in the Makeshift Marblympics with a harsh reality check. Heat 3 sees 4 of the Winter Marblympics finest facing each other again. It'll be interesting to see who best adapts to this summer weather. Things start off pretty tight once again, but just like previous heats, the breakaway happens at the midway point and it's Indonesia and Vietnam. Germany are fighting back though, and it's going to be a very tight one to call. Indonesia win the race with a lovely little skip across the line, and Germany just pip Vietnam to second place, while Finland, our reigning champions, are out in the first event in the first round. Our final heat sees USA and Uzbekistan go up against each other once again. They had some really juicy battles in the qualifying rounds, but Netherlands and Congo won't care, they'll want to steal the headlines for themselves, and Congo may have done that for all the wrong reasons. This is a speed competition, not a jumping competition. The Netherlands though quietly went about their race and it paid dividends. They kept pace with Uzbekistan all the way and just snatched second place. They'll be joining USA, who won that race comfortably in the semi-finals. This will be a tough test for New Zealand up against 3 of the top 4 from last summer's games. They immediately sit behind though, and it's a fantastic contest between the front 3. It looks like USA will get the win, and I think it's Brazil in second. But you could really see the golf in class and experience, as New Zealand's dream start comes to an abrupt end. Let's see now who will join Brazil and USA in the final from semi-final number 2. Can Greece or Netherlands break the newbie curse? Or will it be Germany and Indonesia? Well, it's a tight start, but it's Netherlands and Greece who take the advantage. But once again, Germany fight back late on. And once again, Greece get overtaken late on. So Netherlands advance to the final as race winners, and Germany join them after this fantastic overtaking move. The final there, Netherlands, USA, Brazil and Germany, who will win the first big points and gold medal of this tournament. It's Brazil off to the best start, a really tight race behind though. And Brazil get the gold. Germany managed to hold off the competition in a very tight race for second, and Netherlands get a bronze medal in their first ever Makeshift Marblympics event. But that is a fantastic result for Brazil, not only of course because they won, which is always a good thing to do, but you must say that despite a fantastic showing in the Winter Olympics, the one thing they really lacked was medals. And they've started this campaign with the most medaliest of medals, a blooming gold one. Germany get the most mediocrely medalist of medals, the silver, while Netherlands I'm sure will enjoy the least medalist of medals, the bronze. Here's the full rundown of the points won by our points winners, and you can simply copy and paste that into our overall points table. So congratulations Brazil, Germany and Netherlands, but of course this is a marathon, not a sprint. Well, I mean this was the sprint, but what I mean is there's still plenty more events to come for our teams to score points and for you to get your jollies watching our videos. We're hoping to bring you 2 events each week for the whole of July and August. We'll see how that goes. For now, thank you for watching and we'll see you next time for Archery!